Josh. Now, we know Indiana's been hot lately, winning 9 out of their last 10. But if you have to look at an individual performance over that time span, you have to look at Matt Lloyd, who recently took home the title of National Player of the Week because he hit over 600 last week, brought in 10 RBIs, hit 4 home runs, and even added 2 saves on the mound. Talking to Coach Lemonis, he recruited Matt Lloyd for the sole purpose of hitting third in this lineup as a JUCO transfer. And he said earlier on in the season that Matt Lloyd really wasn't hitting that well. He was hitting around 200, and he expected more from him. But I don't think he could have expected that big of a blowout last week. Now back to you, Josh.
Thanks, Krupa.
Thanks, Josh. Now, it seems like every time you send it down my way, I'm talking about one of these Indiana hitters. And honestly, it's justified if you've seen the way they've been hitting as of late. And one of their most prolific at the plate has been Alex Krupa, the senior, who talked to us before today's game and actually told us a little interesting tidbit. Apparently, coming into this season, he injured his knee in the fall and told us it really slowed down his development coming into this season. But clearly, that hasn't had too much of an impact now. We talked to him, he told us he changed his swing, really changed his approach from last year, and because of it, he took home the award of Big Ten Player of the Week 2 weeks ago after going 8 for 15 and scoring 5 runs. We also asked him about the award and what his thoughts were about being Big Ten Player of the Week, and he told us it really didn't matter. What he really cared about was the team's wins. And we're going to stay tuned and see if Indiana could pull out the win today. Thanks, Josh. I'm here with Indiana infielder Tony Butler. Now, another big performance here for the Hoosiers. You guys have won 10 out of your last 11. What have you guys been doing so well, and what's the team mentality right now?
I think
this is the toss-up, where we take a look at some of the topics facing the world of college sports and give a little bit of the history behind some of them. We're not trying to change your mind. We just want to dive deeper into the topics that keep you tuned in to the teams you love. March. It's a month that everyone simply describes as madness. But does everything about it have to be mad? 2 weeks ago, the NCAA Selection Committee met to decide the 68 best teams for the NCAA tournament. Every year there are gripes. People complain about who made the tournament and what seed every team is. But this year seemed a little different. Wichita State went 30-4 this season. They were ranked 10th in KenPom and 32nd in RPI, and yet they were a 10 seed. And then there's Illinois State, which lost just 2 conference games, both of which to Wichita State, and they were ranked 33rd in RPI, and they didn't even make the field. Throw in Wisconsin being an 8 seed and Minnesota being a 5 seed, and once again we find ourselves saying, hey, it's March Madness. But why? Currently, the selection committee is comprised of a group of 10 individuals. And who are these individuals? They are athletic directors from various institutions. This year, the committee body was comprised of athletic directors from the University of Kentucky, Stanford, Creighton, and even Duke. In addition to all of this, the head of the committee is the athletic director for Michigan State, a team that some could argue shouldn't have even been in the tournament. Yet, they were a 9 seed. Michigan State was 2-8 on the road, and their best win of the season was against Minnesota. Maybe it's time to call into question the decision makers here. Why are athletic directors deciding who makes the tournament? Can there be a better way to do this? Maybe computer statistics could be used, just like in college football. Or maybe we need a new selection committee. Either way, it's worth the conversation. Now, if we were to make a change in this situation, do you have any idea of the type of individuals you would like to comprise a new selection committee? Lydia, what are your thoughts? Now, Austin, we were talking before the show. I know you've got a few ideas of people you would want on your selection committee.
I'll start with you. Is it the best Super Bowl in history?
Yeah, pretty much. It's hard to argue that it wasn't. The biggest comeback ever in the Super Bowl prior to that was 11 points. And that was a 25-point comeback. That's not your regular comeback. That's Tom Brady proving and establishing his legacy as the greatest quarterback of all time. Bill Belichick establishing himself as the greatest coach of all time. Clearly, it's the most impressive Super Bowl I've ever seen. It was an impressive catch. It was pretty good. Wasn't better than David Tyree catching it on a helmet. Wasn't more important, I think. Julian Edelman's catch was great. Plenty of athleticism, plenty of strength. Great job making that adjustment to get to the ball late on that play. But David Tyree literally caught a football on his helmet. That's something I've never seen before. And the fact that he caught it in the Super Bowl, setting up what would be the game-winning drive to stop the undefeated Patriots, that's impressive.
Yeah, Texas very important in this decision?
Every play that we saw could have happened in any moment, but they happened in the Super Bowl, and they resulted in a win. There is a certain mental factor that comes into making these huge plays. David Tyree had to be clutch. You have to be clutch to make those catches. So there's a reason that Julio Jones' catches probably going to get forgotten. I won't care about it in about 2 weeks, but I will care completely about Julian Edelman's because the Patriots won the greatest Super Bowl of all time. So that catch matters.
Stadium.
You don't have to be at a stadium to have cared about the game and watch the game. If you look at the ratings on TV, people are still watching these games. Just because they're not making the trip to take a seat in the stadium, we know that's the direction that sports are going in now. People are watching these games, and there's a reason they're being televised over other events. They're getting better ratings, and you look at the revenue that the BCS is bringing in, each conference is bringing in at least $50 million from these bowl games. Why would you ever want to get rid of that opportunity to bring in revenue? Because you wouldn't be making revenue if people didn't care. But you mentioned it even with college basketball and Indiana. You talk to Indiana basketball fans. Do you think they care?
Well, the fans don't care.
They don't care at all, and that's the perception that we've all crafted with college sports programs. Indiana basketball, all they talk about is when are they going to get past the Sweet 16? No one's going to say, why are seniors not graduating? No one's looking at that stuff, and it's frustrating. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome into Hoosier Sports Talk. My name's Eddie Cotton. Alongside me, I've got Tyler Juan, and we're looking forward to the Big Ten tournament. Now, the first matchup you got to talk about, obviously, being that we are from Indiana University, is Indiana-Iowa. Tyler, what are you looking forward to in the matchup? Tyler, you mentioned Peter Jok. You mentioned the importance of shutting him down. How do you think Indiana goes about that? Is there a specific matchup you're looking forward to? Now, Indiana can pick up their game, but there are also a bunch of other teams in the Big Ten tournament that might have the potential to do so. Is there any other team you're looking forward to seeing? Any team that you think could pull off some big upsets? Now, as this game is going on, it's also important to note the other games going on around the Big Ten. Penn State, a team that has a big impact on the way seedings are working out, is now up 1-0 over Northwestern in the 25th minute. Penn State wins, of course, the best Indiana can do after this game is finish third. But if Penn State draws or loses, then IU could come in second. This ball is played around the top of the box. Well intervened with, and now Indiana trying to find something to do on the counter, but unable to.
Yeah, Krolicki just tried to get that flip with the foot past Frankie Moore, but good job by Moore keeping his balance and not letting him past him.
So now Indiana's got some space on the foot of Trevor Swartz, who's going to push it wide to Ballard. Going to go one-on-one with his defender. Cut inside. Tries to drop it off for fives, and that's a big turnover as now Giuseppe Barone has an opportunity to use his pace. He's going to look forward. He's got Sierakowski to his left. A great spin move. Dropping it off for Krolicki out wide on the near side, who tries to send across into the box, but great defense there by Grant Lillard, forcing him out for a goal kick.
Yeah, Giuseppe Barone, 2 goals on the year, was looking a little bit dangerous to go along with 4 assists there. Put the sauce on, then he kind of lost his balance. Really fortunate for the Hoosiers.
And you cannot underrate the ability of Grant Lillard out there, doing a great job cutting that one off. And he's been pivotal for this Indiana defense, which has done so well all season.
Yeah, came back from injury, and he's really anchored that defensive front. You know, he's experienced, and the Hoosiers really need him back there, and he's been effective.
This ball is headed up. And that'll be a quick free kick taken by Indiana. Grant Lillard's going to drop this off for Tanner Thompson, who's been so effective all year, and then a long ball played to fives. He's going to work one-on-one with his defender, try and cut inside, drop it off for Ballard. He's going to leave it there from McConnell, giving it back to Ballard, doing a great job holding it up, but unable to make anything out of that as it's cleared away by Michigan State's defense and Jimmy Fiskus. Now Michigan State getting some work done here on the offensive side. Sierakowski did a great job on that last play, holding up play and letting the rest of his team come up. It's turned over, though, and Gutman going to keep control. Long ball played forward for Ballard, bouncing around.
And a quick takedown there by Jimmy Fiscus. And that's going to set up a big free kick for Tanner Thompson. Rather, Grant Lillard's going to take this quickly. Ballard with some space on the left side. Looking to go one-on-one with his defender. Cut inside. Trying to give a low cross to Fives, who hits the post, and then Swartz sends that into the back of the net, and Indiana takes the early lead 1-0 with 22 minutes left to go in the first half. What a great shot by Trevor Swartz.
Yeah, what a sequence. After the needle was threaded to Ballard, put on some virtuosic dribble moves, and then leaving it for Swartz, who put it in the net.
Indiana maintaining possession for most of this first half and finally getting the great opportunity and a great shot off the rebound from Swartz.
Their fifth shot. So Indiana already being more efficient than we've normally seen for them. 5 shots already, but already getting one in the net. So good start for the Hoosiers.
Trevor Swartz, someone we've talked about all game so far, about how he's increased his confidence level all season. Getting more playing time as the year's worn on, and now that'll be his 4th goal for the year. And now with a little bit more about this Indiana Hoosier team and this Michigan State team, we've got Nicole Christine. Thank you very much, Nicole. Now Tanner Thompson, a player who plays right along Trevor Swartz, who scored that last goal, has been absolutely crucial to this Indiana program. What makes him so good, Brad?
Well, he's really the full package. I mean, he's got the speed, he's got the accuracy, and he's got the leadership skills. And pretty invaluable if you're a player like Trevor Swartz to have a guy like Tanner Thompson to learn from. Like you said, leads this team in goals and points. He's just a really effective player, and I'm sure that Coach Yeagley is going to miss him dearly after this year.
Tanner Thompson, one of the best all-around players in the country, as this long ball played forward for Poncho. Dropped off for him, who gets a great shot opportunity after that was slightly misplayed by Michael Watungo. But Indiana continuing to put the shots on net as they look forward to trying to get that 2 seed.
If you're Coach Yeagley, you got to be happy that after a goal, IU, as per usual, is not going to park the bus and play conservatively. They're going to continue to be aggressive, and that's exactly what we saw in that last sequence.
That's interesting. IU struggling to score so much all season, and then it seems like Yeagley has found the formation he likes and the players he likes to use after the 5-goal output last game against St. Louis, and now a goal here early on. As Fives is going to look to make work of his defender, Fiscus, on the wing, but unable to do anything as that's knocked out of play.
How about that, Fiscus? Only 167 pounds, but really showing his strength there.
Fiscus, of course, one of the team captains, the junior, out of Novi, Michigan. It's been absolutely crucial to this Michigan State team. As we'll see another long throw-in from Trevor Swartz on this near side. He's going to play it short to Tanner Thompson, giving it back to Swartz, who's going to send this cross into the box, far post. Bouncing around off a few heads to Grant Lillard, who just sends it right over the 6'4" Jimmy Hague and out of play for another goal kick. Now we see an exclusion of Joel Nkuzi. And Cal Baptist going to try and work on the power play. The shot comes quick from the point position as Jessica Castellano gets back on the score sheet and puts Cal Baptist within 5 once again with 1:50 left to go.
Castellano with her 2nd goal of the day. A great shot there, hits the top netting of the goal, and she now has 2 goals and trying to keep Cal Baptist in this one with 1:45 remaining in the 3rd quarter.
Some tight defense now at the half pool line. As we see and hear Coach John Miller yelling, "Great D, great D." So I know I'm right. It's always good to have coach confirmation. One of the things I always watch for in any sport is how coaches react to the play going on in front of them, because that's how you know whether things are actually going well. A team could be up by like 20 points and a coach could still be upset. And Ryan Castles looked rather elated on the sideline.
Yeah, you see that a lot in basketball. As a timeout is called now by Coach John Miller of Cal Baptist. You see that a lot in basketball when they really get into their players that, like you said, they might be up 20 points, but if they're not running what they want to run, the coach is not going to be happy. And right there, the defense was playing well. It forced Indiana to just toss the ball in the corner, not give Cal Baptist an easy counterattacking play. And when you see that ball tossed into the corner from either team, that's what they're doing. They don't want to give an easy counterattack to either offense.
So now Cal Baptist gets set again, pass into the hole and bounced off the water and in. Another strong shot coming from Cal Baptist, and that's Allie Coleman with her first goal of the night. And the Hoosiers only have a 4-point lead moving forward.
Allie Coleman, she only has 6 shots on the season. That's her first goal of the season. She has 6 assists and 10 steals. So Allie Coleman getting on the scoreboard for the first time this season. And it's coming at a crucial time for Cal Baptist. Only down 4 goals now with a minute remaining in the third.
Some more physical contact leading to a quick foul call. Indiana going to try and work on the advantage. Passed around the point. And a nice steal there coming from Cal Baptist's own Annie Eubanks. She tries to work the counter now. She's got an opening, and she finds Lizette Perez. Can she get a shot opportunity here? And that's going to be a no.
A good
Strong
steal.
collapsing defense there. Now with 30 seconds left to go, and 30 seconds pretty much on the shot clock, they are even. Indiana going to hold on for this last possession. A quick turnaround shot there. I lied so hard. They did not wait at all. Sarah Young seeing her chance. No look behind the back. What was that?
Oh man, you watch this on the replay, and she just throws it with her left hand around the back. She is left-handed. She gets her 4th goal, and what a beauty that shot was. Just curls it around right into the corner. That is just such an impressive shot from Sarah Young.
I did not see that coming, as in she didn't either. That was a no-look shot. Sarah Young with a phenomenal finish, but then Cal Baptist coming back with a phenomenal finish of their own from Lizette Perez. And we have seen some remarkable back-and-forth action between the Cal Baptist Lancers and the Indiana Hoosiers.
Yeah, the last 30 seconds have proved to be very eventful here in the third quarter. Cal Baptist really not letting Indiana get away with any lead, as they're only down 4 goals now, and they'll wait to possibly get a shot off or just wait out the clock, as the last 5 seconds will run down. So the end of the third quarter, Indiana leads 10-6, a very eventful third quarter as they are going back and forth.
What do you expect moving forward, Jacob?
Well, the fourth quarter, Cal Baptist just has to keep doing what they're doing, as we see the shot here from Cal Baptist skips off the water, goes into the net, and then for Indiana, the exceptional turnaround shot from Sarah Young, getting her 4th goal of the day. Just an exceptional play from Sarah Young and the Indiana Hoosiers.
And we're going to head to a quick break as we move to this fourth quarter. Indiana leads 10-6. Welcome back live to BTN Student News coverage of IU Hoosiers water polo, as the Hoosiers have a 10-6 lead over Cal Baptist. And we've seen a boatload of exciting action, but nothing more exciting than this behind the back no-look shot coming from Sarah Young. What a stellar shot. And now we're going to set it down to our sideline reporter, Nicole Corsini, with a little bit more about Coach Castle. Thank you, Nicole. And he mentions Amphitheater of Dreams. I couldn't dream up that last shot. I'm sorry I keep harping on it, but that was amazing.
That was an awesome shot by Sarah Young. It was also her 4th goal of the night, and it was a big goal, as they needed that one to improve upon their lead 10-6, as Cal Baptist keeps inching back into that lead of the Indiana Hoosiers as we get ready to start the 4th quarter of action.
And you mentioned Cal Baptist inching back. They're a program that's really been established around strong mentality and a strong liking to togetherness. And I think that approach is probably pretty crucial moving forward if they're going to try and come back here.
Yeah, they have a mantra, and it's actually from the Bible in Proverbs 27. And it talks about how iron sharpens iron, so one man sharpens another, and Speciferi actually talks about it. She says, it keeps us encouraging each other, being there for each other, and sharpening each other to make one another better. So they really use Proverbs 27 as a mantra for the team to make each other better, to compete against one another, and in turn, that will make the team better as a whole.
As they now look to work on this counter, Cal Baptist has got the space on the wing, as some physicality leads to a quick foul call. Cal Baptist is going to work quickly as it's passed to the point. And a quick steal there coming from Jennifer Beadle, and Indiana will try and counter. And always, it seems, on that counter, Goalkeeper Jessica Gaudreau looks for that long pass to Nakuzi.